Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Automobilista, where we're doing our testing for possible F1. What mod we're going to use is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I was just looking at my audio thing and make sure it was working. So, and it is. So we're all good. So the purpose of this test tonight that we're going to do on this server is to test out which mod we're going to use.
Which physics we're going to use.
Which physics we're going to use, sorry. For this upcoming season. So, we have to give these things a red hot go.
Crap.
Yeah, you already heard him speak, but Luce is on stream with me.
Howdy.
And we're ready to go. Hey, Deradros, how are you? So this is super serial racing this time. This ain't no arcade F1 2017 kind of thing. This is super serial. So let's auto shift mode to off, thank you very much. Traction control to off, thank you very much. And let's try this out.
All clear, go, go, go.
Now, Okayama is a track in Japan. Probably its name is a bit of a giveaway. Formerly known as
TI-ADA.
TI-ADA, that's right. Formerly known as, not known as that anymore.
No, rightful name.
Rightful name of Okayama.
TI-ADA. TI-ADA Grand Prix.
Probably a lot harder than F1 2017. It absolutely is, for sure. So, and this is obviously a league, so, you know, obviously I'm up against, rather than just AI, I'm up against other drivers, so. Now, I haven't done much driving in this car, but I have done quite a bit of driving around this track, so. Our first task here in this car will be to make a setup that can do the business for us. And I'll keep a track of comments as best I can, so feel free to throw them at me. And hopefully in the lap time charts I can school loose a little bit. Likelihood of that happening, less than 0%.
Oh, I've binned it.
Schooling you already.
But I got a bit of top speed, that's all that matters.
Are you taking some wing off?
Huh?
I see.
Might add some rear wing though, because
I'm thinking that as well.
yeah, oversteer in the high speed stuff. Again, I should probably add some camber as well to the rear.
Whoa! Oh, we're near the apex there.
First skin pack for the Formula V10s, you're currently driving the Toyota. 2002
Not a bad looking car. a lot of confidence in this car at the moment. Oh! Got a button undone. Looks so hard, but you do a really good job. Thanks, Deradros. It's not that easy. The car sort of snapped at that point. So we need to work on the traction a little bit.
Probably overheating the tyres because of the tyre pressure as well. The V10's tyre pressure is pretty low by default.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, they are. So it must be Packers. How high does that front wing go? It's already pretty high. And the weight distribution. Try that. And I've immediately popped that button again because it's right where my hand is rotating on the wheel. Let's keep an eye on our
Pit exit looks good.
tyre temps. You're bottoming out now.
Third Packers, my friend. Third Packers.
Yeah, I turned him down. That's why it's bottoming out.
Oh, that snapped, and there's a wheel and a wing missing.
Watch out, yellow flag.
I got a flat spot now, I can feel it. Oh, now there's so much understeer. Whoa. Too throttle happy. Not happy with that car. Oh, where are we? Try to find the perfect setting for your next season, is it right? Yeah, yeah. So we're trialing a couple of different sets of physics at the moment. Because the one that's chosen at the moment might be a little bit too difficult for people to just pick up and play. Is what we're trying to work on at the moment. Plus just trying to find out what different, you know, what setup changes,
All clear. Go, go, go.
how it affects the car. Yeah. So, my setup skills are actually pretty rusty. Because I haven't had to really do it for a long time. Oh, bloody hell, there's still so much entry understeer. Right, so the change I made it much better at that corner, which is my most troublesome corner, which is good. But I have got quite a lot of understeer. Not solo gamers. Podium predictions for the German Grand Prix. Sebastian will win. I reckon Kimi will finish second. I think Max will get onto the podium.
Well, you think Bottas will top off the podium?
Yep. Oh, did you ask why or do? Liz?
No.
I do think he'll drop off the podium.
Yeah.
I think Red Bull's race pace is actually pretty good.
Yeah, but he's got to get in front of them. He's got to get in front of him at the start or in the pit stops. Because I don't think he'll do it on the track.
But I don't see Sebastian losing the race.
Unless a car failure or he gets hit at the start.
Yep. Do you believe Ferrari have the best car now? Yeah, I think they do. But it's very, very close. The Mercedes are 14 to 17, nowhere near that level of advantage. If they got an advantage, it's only fractions, and I think it will fluctuate as the season goes on. But as it stands right now, yes, I think Ferrari have the best car. But there's no way they actually have a big advantage. It's not comparable to what Mercedes had for the last 4 years. In any way, shape or form, unless you digress, Liz, or disagree, I should say.
No, that sounds about right. I think it's more now, it's going to be track dependent, really.
Yeah, I think so too.
If obviously those that have followed Formula 1 for a while, there's, you go back 10 years to sort of the McLaren Ferrari days. You'd have Ferrari and McLaren rock up to one track, say Magny-Cours, and the Ferrari would be faster, and then they'd rock up to another track, say Hungary, and the McLaren would be faster. It's going to be like that till the end of the season. Which
is what we want. That is what we want. We don't want one team having dominance.
Yeah.
You want it to be track specific. You want it to be variable. Looks like the reacceleration after the corner is so hard to control. Definitely. That is the hardest thing in these cars. And the tyres are very, very sensitive. So you can already see I can't match my earlier times because the tyres are already quite worn. So under brakes, this car is pretty good. It's very predictable. Under acceleration, though, not so much. Like that.
That corner doesn't help because it's off camber on the exit.
Yeah, I've made the car better through there than what it was when I first loaded up, but.
Yeah, you just gotta wait until you gotta wait until you can just like let go of the steering wheel and keep it straight, and then accelerate. Otherwise, you just lose it.
Hello, Death's Majesty. I know you've got a first name in there, but Liliana. There we go. We'll go with Liliana. Good to have you back. No copy pasta to start this session off. Yeah, but what Lou said is right. This car is about patience. Like the patience I didn't show then.
I think this track also is about patience with throttle. Just about every corner from the first sector onwards is off camber on the exit. Which means the track is falling away from the apex. So the rear end wants to slide out. And you understeer or you lose rear end grip when accelerating. As you're seeing.
Maybe Verstappen can split the Ferraris today. I mean, he could. Depends on what kind of day Kimi has. Depends on which Kimi shows up. Well, we know Max will just punt him out of the way anyway.
Let's hope not.
No love lost between those two. But no, I think the Ferrari will have too much pace for the Red Bull today. But I reckon a Mercedes is susceptible to the Red Bull. going to be also interesting watching Ricciardo and Hamilton come through the field. Because you can overtake at Hockenheim. Yeah, I'm losing time because of tyre wear at the moment. Tyres are all red all the way around. But that's interesting. The tyre wear is much higher in this mod.
You've got more tyres to choose from though. I think there's a soft, medium, and a hard. I think.
Oh really? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Never
The
realised.
medium's not too much slower, I don't think, than the soft.
I assume I must be on the soft then with how quickly it's gone.
Yeah, it's soft. You start with soft by default.
Yeah, the wear's pretty bad. Biggest thing is also working out what gear you need to be in for most of these corners, particularly in the last sector. See, look at that. It wasn't a bad lap. It lost 1.3 seconds. That's pretty much all tyre wet. Just got no grip. We also came out on a lot of fuel. I had 100 litres when I came out of the pits. Which is way too much fuel for this tyre. Our first sector was okay then. But as soon as we get to the slow medium stuff. We're going to be more reliant on mechanical grip. The tyre's going to let us down. So there will be some races later on, guys. Don't panic. We're not going to sit here testing all night. There will be some races once we've done a bit of testing in all three of the cars. We're expecting quite a few to turn up, I hope. So
yeah, I'd say about 14, maybe 14, 15 will show up.
So there will be some excitement. It won't be just us just circulating around doing laps.
Right side, all clear.
Offline for that corner because of that. It's alright.
Now that's right, on board Matt Webb. It is Toyota TF01.
Yeah.
It appears his gearing is far too long for this circuit.
Yeah, it's default gearing at the moment, and it is too long.
Yellow flag.
Oh, and Matt Webb has hit a wheel. The very reason he should be having a halo right now.
No! No halo. Alright. Let's just take it back to the pits.
On your
Oh shit, sorry. Whoever that was. Andy, probably.
No, that's right, he'll just do that to you in the race anyway.
Alright, so as you saw, our yeah, we went out on way too much fuel, really, for that set of tyres. Softs are down to 38, 34. They weren't yielding a lot of grip. I'm happy with the weight distribution of the car, particularly through that. We moved all the weight to the back. It feels much better through that, over the kink, through the third last corner, which is good. But we do have too much understeer. So the reason for that we have the understeer is probably the front's a little bit too stiff now. Or the back is too soft. So I did soften up the rear quite a bit, and that means that the back yields a lot of grip, which means if the back's got more grip than the front does, then that'll push the car and you get understeer. To keep that simple, might turn down the rear end roll bar a little bit. If it was loose, he'd just take it right out of the car. We might
That was the old me.
The new you. What we're going to do is stiffen up the rear a little bit, soften off the front a little bit. Well, this should be off. It's just that stuff. Take some fuel out. The car was still quite hot, so that concerns me. But there's not too much we can do to take the understeer out of the car without changing the way that that behaves in some of the corners that I really like. We'll shorten up the gears a little bit. Might add a click of radiator. Make that 0, basically using what we call the diff hacks. That should help the car get through the corner, but it doesn't necessarily help me on entry, which is where I feel like I've got the understeer. But if we can drive around and actually adjust, I don't actually be on these tyres. Time for a new set. Let's go for a set of mediums and try that out.
Watch your mirrors, cars approaching. Blue flag.
Oh, look at that. We've come out right behind Luce.
Come back.
But Luce is in a different car than us. Still see we've got that problem scrubbing the speed off into the corners. So Luce is in one of the other cars we're testing, which is a 97 car. Oh, gear too high. Wondered why I was just pushing wide there. And as you can see, the gears are quite a lot shorter now with those 2 clicks I took off the final.
Watch your left. All clear.
thing is so much better under brakes.
Yeah.
Except when it does that. So this car is fundamentally better now. Much, much, much better. But I feel like the gears are probably now a little bit too short, so we'll go with one more tick of that. But we'll shorten 7th a little bit like that. You could see just in that stint, the car was much, much more stable with those few changes we made. It is one of the important things that when you've actually got a proper sim and set up changes, make the changes that they should, that you can actually fundamentally change your car. And as you saw, the car was much better. Now we are in a harder compounded tyre as well, so remember that our mechanical grip is not as good. It could be that this kind of gearing isn't as good for us as a little bit longer gearing. Sorry, a little bit shorter gearing, but we'll see. Much better traction through there. I mean, a part of that's going to be the mechanical grip the new tyres are giving us, but they are a harder compound, so it is an important thing when testing that you take into account your variables. If you put new tyres on, remember that your tyres will give you a yield that you don't want to confuse for a good change to the setup. You don't want to go chasing your tyre life because you get warped results. The car's much better through there, as you can see. Now, we did lose a little bit of time there, but we have gone fastest again. Now, the timing sheets aren't going to be that representative because we're all in different cars, but so despite being on a harder compound there, we went like 6/10 faster. So that's a good yield for us.
Other thing to note is Automobilista has track evolution.
Yep, that's true.
While it probably hasn't played much of an influence as what it would if there was more people in the server, and obviously there's only been a handful of laps since Webby set his last fastest time. Obviously if it was a full server, lots of people doing laps all the time, the track would rubber up and would become a lot faster as well.
Yeah, so
which is something Codemasters F1 doesn't have.
So what you've really got to do is if you're in a situation where you're doing testing, is what you're really looking for is less about your lap time and more about the feel. You got to be feeling for the changes to the car rather than just chasing lap time.
Yeah, there's a saying that the driver will find the seconds and the setup will find the tenths. So it's all about obviously learning circuits and how the car behaves is the first part, which is the driver, and then once you've figured out how to drive the car properly and take, you know, obviously certain lines through the circuit, then it's more about refining setup and getting it to a point where it's fast, but at the same time it's comfortable for you to lap consistently in a race.
Yep. And remember, when you are doing a setup, that you score points in the race for the most part in most series. You know, even in ones where you get points for qualifying, you still get more points for the race. So racing is all about racing. So what you want is a car that's good in a race, because unless you're really lucky, the bulk of your races are going to be having to overtake cars or having to race with other cars and having to get that car to the end. You're not going to be racing your laps like qualifying laps for the most part. So
yeah, you don't want a car that's fast for a lap or two and then the tyres overheat because the way you set it up and you're going, 2-3 seconds a lap slower than everybody else because you've wrecked your tyres.
Or have a setup where you're going to bin the car 3 laps in because it's right on the edge.
Yeah. And that's something a lot of people don't quite get right. Yeah,
we've known... Oh, like that. I mean, we've known plenty of them over the years.
Yeah.
Of drivers who are really, really quick, over 1 lap, 2 laps qualifying, but can't hold it together in a race. Oh, sorry. Anyway, we're going to save that setup for the V10. The other thing I didn't do was work out what the fuel burn is for it. So I just need to do that quickly.
I think it's a bit higher in that thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Just because we're going to do a 12-lap race later on.
Pit exit is clear.
Plus formation, I'm pretty sure, so you're going to need 13.
What I'm not sure of is whether we're going to have a CPS or a compulsory pit stop.
Oh, I haven't decided yet.
Because I am happy with the setup of this car as it stands right now. It can certainly be refined. But unless you're really lucky, you're never going to have a perfect setup. You're always going to have to be driving around some foible or two that the car's got. Don't go sacrificing the good parts of the car to chase the not perfect parts of the car. If your car has one particular strength, then try and play to it as much as you can. Or if your car suits you a particular way, then... Like I know in the GT3 series, I had a really good time in the Nissan.
Watch out, yellow flag.
Where I won some races and things like that. And that's because the Nissan just behaved how I liked it to in corners. I tend to be very aggressive and late braking and that kind of thing. And really throw the car into the corners. Which is why I haven't been as successful in Formula cars. Because Formula cars are very unforgiving with tyres and that kind of thing. But in that GT3 car, it gave me the leverage I needed to drive the way I wanted to drive. I tend to be not quite smooth enough for a single-seater. Which is why I don't get quite the results. I'm a little bit too ham-fisted for it. If that makes sense. Bit of a bull in a china shop. When you need to be more of a panther in these things. Because these are the easiest cars in the world to make big mistakes in and end your race really easy.
Yeah, when you make a mistake in these things, it bites.
Yeah.
You'll be missing a wheel in no time.
Yeah, and you can't race like you're in a brick. You know, you can't be having contact with other cars and stuff like that. So that looked like it was about 5.5 litres. Cool. All right, let's scrap that car and try something new. For reference, we done a 12-1 in that car. Which, does anyone know why I can't use the season 1997
I
cars?
betcha he didn't download the mod. 100%.
That he's just using the default ones.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Okay. Couldn't see it for a second. All right, so we're going to scrap the V10 and we're going to go to the V12.
The V12's based off a 1995 Ferrari, for those wondering.
Let's choose the best looking one. That'll do. NK Sports. Let's roll. Aero package standard. So this car has got a V12 in it, as opposed to the last one had a V10, hence why they're the V10 and the V12. The V12 won't have as much grip because it's based on a car that's 10 years older. And
8
years older. You know what I meant. Like it's a decade. It's from a different era.
Yeah.
So it won't have as much aero grip. It does have slick tires as opposed to groove tires, so it's got more mechanical grip at a tire level, but the car's just not as grippy. And obviously that V12 is going to pack a bigger punch than the V10 does. So, without making too many changes to it, turn up the brake pressure because that's how I like it. Don't turn up the engine too much. That down. 2's as low as it'll go. 70 litres seems representative enough. Let's take this thing out for a spin. As you can already tell, even at low speed there's a lot less traction. Get to the fast lane. But this thing's going to scream like a V12, so turn your volume up for it.
Oh, you won't hear much of it in internal views, but if you're in external views, you would.
Yellow flags out. Someone's been in the barrier. The other difference is that because this is a car from 95, it's only got a 6-speed gearbox as opposed to a 7-speed gearbox like the V10 had.
Yeah, I think the first year of a 7-speed gearbox is, I think it was either 96 or 97 by Ferrari.
Yeah, I think it was 97 with Ferrari, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know Ferrari were the pioneers with that.
Yep. There you go, loose. Question asked, question answered.
Oh.
As you can see, the mechanical grip we're getting from the tyres is superior to what we were getting from the grooves. But the aero grip is nowhere near as much, so you know, as soon as we're at speed, the car isn't as grippy. But at low speed, where you're more reliant on your mechanical grip,
It's also wider as well. Suspension geometry's wider.
yeah, it's got a wider
Helps.
footprint. But the other thing you can see is that the fundamentals of being, you know, of driving well, they don't change from car to car. You might have subtleties in how you brake and what lines you take, but the most important things is knowing the track, being in the right position for the upcoming corner. Which is why, you know, for the most part, people who do a lot of sim racing can generally go from one car to the next without too much hassle. And not look like too much of a numpty. So out of the box, this car is better than the V10 in terms of where its pros and cons are. Now that doesn't mean that it's overall going to be a better car, because that just means that the default setup that the thing comes with is much more drivable. Now that may play a role in our decision. It's still, well, Luce's decision, I shouldn't say out because it's got nothing to do with me, but it would play a role in Luce's decision, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending on how easy you want it to be for people to be able to just pick up and play. Or do you want to force them to be able to do setup? You know, that kind of thing. You know, there's all these things that play a role. But as you start pushing these cars harder, you find where the limits are.
I'm just going to jump into the Discord, so...
Okay.
So yeah, I might be a bit quiet.
Yep. That was a shame, we were well up there, but we're just pushing too hard. But practice is the time to do those things.
Watch your right. Clear right.
A lot easier to pinch a brake in these cars too, the brakes weren't as advanced. A little bit too far to the right hand side of the track for that corner. Alright, so let's have a bit of a think about how that car was working for us then. Tyre wear wasn't too bad. I think we could probably do with the turn down to the coast. So the coast is how heavily the rear will compression lock under downshifting. Which means that if you downshift, when you downshift and the revs peak out, how much resistance you'll meet from the gearbox and the diff, like how much it will retard when you hit it. So it can help you with braking to lower that number. The more you'll be able to pull the car up under deceleration and downshifting. But you do run the risk that if you pull that, if you downshift a little bit too quick, you'll actually lock up the rears and lose the back of the car. Whereas power is how much the diff is locked when you apply power, how much will spin through one wheel and like spin faster through one wheel if it's on the outside as opposed to on the inside. So theoretically, the higher that number, the more the wheels will be in lock with each other. Which means that you're less likely to spin up the back of the car because the inside wheel, which generally would cause that, the outside wheel, they're spinning at a closer thing. It's difficult to describe, but they're spinning at a much closer rotation to each other. The lower that number, the more you actually allow differentiation in how fast those wheels are spinning, which allows you to get around a corner tighter, but you do run the risk of actually losing the back of the car under throttle in the middle of the corner. But if you do put them more in lock, you'll get more push from the rear, which generates understeer. So you won't get through the corner as nicely. It'll push the back of the car, will push you wide. Having a look at the way things are here, I didn't mind the tyre pressures how they were. I could have done with some more traction though. Don't have third packers in this thing. I could have done with some more grip from the rear, so I think we'll add some camber to the rear. And we might soften up the rear a little bit. The front is also... the front wasn't too bad. I'll try and lower that a little bit. How low does the ride height go? I take some off that and try that out. Now looking at the wing levels, the rear was at 80% and the front was at also 80%, so 80% wing. I might take some front wing off. I feel like the front of the car is quite grippy. I'd like to push the balance to the rear a little bit. We can't actually change the weight distribution in this car, which is unfortunate, but we'll try that out. We'll see if that's any better. I felt like our gearing was okay as well. Now, keep in mind that we've left those same tyres on. We're not looking for lap time, we're looking for feel. And before anyone asks, okay, so how do I set up a car in F1 2017? I don't do it. I just download setups off Steam because I don't want to mess around with it. I haven't got time to do the laps in F1 2017. And those cars don't work the way that they should from a setup perspective. So the car felt pretty good under power there, despite the fact that we're on partially worn tyres, which is a good sign. I don't notice us really bottoming out. It's this last sector that's causing us all the problems. So the car was pretty lazy on turn in for the penultimate corner there. The softening of the front might have made it a bit lazy. As I said, don't pay so much attention to the lap time. The lap time is more down to the tyres not being that great anymore. What we're looking for is the feel of the car and how consistent it is. The lap time will come when we throw fresh boots at it. Now you probably noticed that the car automatically looks like it's better under power. I could agree with that. The car certainly feels better under power. That laziness is still there at the penultimate corner though. You got to be able to drive around, like I said before, you'll be able to drive around the bugs with your car. The best thing is the most important thing is identifying why the car is like that. Tires worn a little bit, yeah. Are they at an ideal temperature? The front right's a little bit cold. Don't always just compare your car to what it's like on fresh tires and low fuel. And what you'll find is that if you get a car that actually feels good and it allows you to push your limit a little bit further, it will actually yield you the lap time. So you saw we actually found quite a lot of lap time in that middle sector. So as we get used to the car, we find some more time. But as I said, the important thing is you don't just go making a raft of changes to chase lap time. And always watch out for people who are still learning their car. We are bottoming out a little bit, so we could probably afford to raise that rear height a little bit more. Or add a little bit more to the Packers. We'll go back to the pits, we'll make sure we save this setup before they go and bloody change session on us and we lose it. The only thing was I forgot to do the bloody... I'm going to change this as V12 race, because I feel pretty good about that setup. The only problem was I didn't do the fuel burn test. I'll throw some new tyres at it. Not that big of a deal. That can happen. Just be careful how you accelerate out of your pit box. I've managed a 16 flat in this car. Bad.
Watch your right. Clear.
So what we want to do is just do one lap here and get an idea for what our fuel burn is, just so we can have it ready to go for that 12-lap race we're going to do later on. You might notice if you ever watched any of my... I'm not very good at it in F1 2017, but if you watch any of my Automobilista races, I try to prepare pretty well. I've always got a list of, you know, period of time and how many laps will happen in that amount of time, how much fuel I'll need to complete those for the last stop, that kind of thing. .19, so we'll go at 5.3. Well, actually, that's about bang on, isn't it? Very good. Okay, let's go try our last car. The last car is the 2007 car that we've seen the other guys in. And the car I have assigned to me at the moment is actually the car that's assigned to me is actually not even in the list, which is the number 4 Williams of Heinz Harold Frentzen. Doesn't really matter though, this is just testing, drive whatever car you want. I do actually already have a setup for this car. That'll do. Let's try that out. All right.
The exit is clear.
Now immediately I can feel the difference with this car. It was a lot more sluggish, but faster, much faster. Hmm. It's actually fairly easy to do a 111 in this car. Just take the fuel out, do a qualifying lap, which I'm pretty sure is what Andy's doing.
Watch your left. Clear. On your right. All clear. Caution.
As you can see, some guys really struggle with this. Which is the whole reason we're doing this testing. See, this was the nominated car. But the feeling is that this car could be quite tricky to drive, and we're worried that people won't hang around to race it because you can't really just pick it up and drive it as a casual. Let's say 4.8 litres for that. For that car. Yep. So that's pretty good. Now we just have a bit of fun, yeah? Let's do this. Put a new set of tyres on the thing first. Let's see if we can rattle Andy's cage. Look at all those cars out on track. It's a beautiful sight to see.
The caution flag is out. Watch your mirrors, cars approaching.
No idea what that guy was doing then.
Yellow flag. Car right. Clear.
Whoa!
Yellow flag.
What can you do? What can you do? I mean, honestly. Guy, he's leaving the pitch right in front of me as well. Look, mate, just bugger off, would ya?
Clear.
trying hard to give these guys room. Man, that guy joined right at the wrong time. Wish people would stop bloody leaving and joining. Even though I've done it plenty of times. Just causes the game to just pause.
Yellow flag.
Oh, again, dude? Honestly.
Watch your right. All clear.
That's the difficulty of this mod, is that the fact that the car will break traction much later in the like in the rev range than what it really should. So you'll be 4th to 5th or something like that, and the thing will break traction. That's the difficulty of this mod, which is why we're testing the other physics. Oh no, 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 get out of the way.
Left side. Clear.
Well, that cost me a shot at an 11, didn't it? Bloody hell. If that's an ADS guy in front of me, I'm gonna scream.
All clear. Go, go, go. On your left. Clear left.
Oh, look at that, first, second, and third all in a row on the track. Oh, get out of the fucking way! Sorry, stream. Muppet. Ah, it cost me. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear then. Could have potentially done an 11 there. A lot of time through that corner. I remembered yesterday when I was doing laps, because this is the only car I'd driven before today. I was doing that in second. The hell was this Drongo thinking though? Like right there on the racing line. What a wanker. Sorry guys, language warning. That's just infuriating. I don't understand guys who drive like that. Like it's practice, just get out of the way.
Watch out for oncoming traffic on re-entry.
Not going to get a chance to finish this lap. Oh well, we'll have to do it in quali, won't we? We've all converged on the 97 cars. So this is qualifying proper now, so This should be good fun. Qualifying timer to start. At 10 minutes. All right.
Watch your right. Clear right. Watch out, yellow flag. Pit exit is clear. Watch out, yellow flag.
That was a heck of a way to start your qualifying session, bucko. Whoever that was. Bloody hell.
Watch out, yellow flag. The caution flag is out.
I heard you lose it at that guy. Who was it that lost it in front of you? Or was driving silly on the racing line?
Well, first of all, I was out behind ADS, and he dropped it in the same place 2 laps in a row. But that wasn't the problem. It was, is it Jamie or Jaden, whatever his name is?
Yeah.
I can't see his name in the list at the moment, so I don't know.
Yeah, you dropped out.
Yeah. Going through the last 2 corners, he must have dropped it out of the 3rd last corner. He's on the inside of the track, and then he let 2 cars pass and then pulled right in front of me.
Oh dear.
For the racing line for the penultimate corner, when I was on board for my first 11 of the night. So hence why I was.
That's always fun.
Yeah, hence why my frustration was higher.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Ah, it's alright, mate. I do it often enough, so I think you can be forgiven doing it a couple times. I'm testing my stream again. I've changed some settings, so we'll see how it goes.
Be careful as you cross the blend line. There are cars at the pit exit.
As I did recognise that name, I figured he's a Randy.
Nah, yeah, Randy.
So is everyone in the 97 car at the moment then?
Yeah, I told everyone I want the first race to be in the 97 cars.
Oh, you're on
The
the
next,
on the.
yeah, I was in Discord. I disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second race would be in the 12s,
Yeah.
and then the last race tonight would be in the V10s.
Look at this guy go. I'm on an outlap. And I can't gap him.
Probably Andy then.
No, I mean like I'm on an outlap and he's in front of me and
Oh right.
I'm
You're
going
lifting
slow.
off and he's,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realise like F1's not something you can just rock up on the night and race. You need at least one night of prep.
Oh, what's going on down here?
On your left. Clear left. On your right. All clear. Car left. All clear. Clear.
Scumbag.
I was on a fast lap and just had it wrecked.
It went faster than me.
There's more in me than that.
Oh, yeah, it's more in both of us. We've both done 11s, so time there for both of us.
I can go 4/10 faster than that, but I got blocked on that lap bad. Real bad. Andy's going to be feeling pretty good about himself right now.
Probably.
Will I be getting F1 2018? Already locked in. Already pre-ordered it.
He's a sheep.
Oh, get stuffed, you.
Sheep.
Get stuffed. Do you think Leclerc will be in Ferrari next season or Raikkonen? Leclerc. I think it'll be Leclerc.
I think with the way Kimmy answered his question about going to McLaren.
What did he say?
Thanks. Oh, this was a couple of weeks ago. This is
Alright.
like at Austria or something. Got really chatty. I reckon, yeah, I reckon Leclerc will be there. How is there a car parked on the main straight at the start-finish line?
There's a 2.5 second delta from third to fourth. Some of these guys are outrageous.
It's the difference between, well, the top three have practiced, but no one else there has practiced.
It's off, Tasky. Clearly, it's not going to work, mate.
I'll ban him once I well, that.
40% chance of rain during today's race. I do hope it rains. For the championship, obviously, I don't want it to rain. I'd like Seb to just waltz away with it for the championship, for the points perspective. Because I don't want to see a silver car win the championship this year. That's all. But the rain will make it a more interesting race for sure. Let's have a look at some of these winners out here. Is anyone still on track? Yeah, there we go. Big Dog. Let's have a look at him. He's gone.
He's not even signed up, I don't think.
Parked in the gravel at the moment. Oh, there's someone driving into the pit lane. Womp womp. Well, yeah, I had at least 4 seconds on the table. I got blocked on that lap. I
4 seconds? Fuck, you could do a freaking 8. Jesus.
Yeah, mate,
Christ.
I could do an 8 for sure. Don't you worry about it.
Jesus, where the hell have you been hiding that, mate? 8.
At about the same time when I was changing water into wine. What do we got?
Jesus.
We got a warm up here. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it nice to have your actual setup carry over? Oh, what?
Entered your channel.
Oh, we've been joined by somebody.
Who have we got?
No,
Hello?
no one.
Has it? You can still make the practice race for tonight, or practice races.
No thanks.
No thanks. Fair enough. Fair enough. But we're both streaming.
I noticed I've been watching a little bit on and off.
Yeah.
I can see Webby on his calculator.
Ah, no, I've already done that bit. I'm just one of my mates messaged me. Hi, man.
Alright.
If you're watching, you're not, so that's all good. All right. Bloody hell. There's some. Here we go. There we go. Has it? There's the top three. There's Andy, myself, and Lewis, and then there's a 2.5 second gap to fourth.
Okay.
Yep.
And is this the 97?
Yep.
Yep. Because like Andy, Matt, and I have done practice, while the majority of everyone else, this is their first time driving it.
What is it? It's a standing start, yeah.
Then the server. Rolling start. For Christ's sake. I can fix that. Where are we?
Oh, there we go. Whoever that guy is, he's gone. Who is it? Schwatter. He schwattered it off the track. Oh, he's gone. This is just a comedy of errors. I'm just skipping the drivers and they're all off the track. He'll be alright.
What does the Ferrari look like from cockpit view?
Looks like a Ferrari. Looks red.
There you go. If you look at the stream hazard, there you go.
I am watching it, yep. Ooh,
That's the wheel.
It's not as good as I was hoping.
Mm.
Your car looked alright, the Williams.
Yep.
Nose on it's not right though.
Look at this beautiful MasterCard Lola. Love it.
Don't knock it, mate. It's not symmetrical. Innovative. Innovative.
No wonder this guy can't keep it on the track.
Turns
Oh, look
left and
out!
it
There's
does
a
right.
there's a Sauber just parked on the straight. Ah, he's gone.
Race.
This is like watching cars drive around and it's pouring rain. Oh, hang on,
I
there's
can
a
edit.
battle of the big guns here.
I can edit a lot of things, but I cannot edit the race start type. For Christ's sake.
I reckon this is going to end in an accident for sure. Let's watch this.
This
He's
race
died-
is a
oh.
Lola fest.
Ah, he's gone. Rambo, he discoed, I think. Oh no, there he is. He's back ears.
One of those cars out there has a fundamental problem.
Is it the wrong kind of car?
Yeah, it's sponsored by Fundamental.
All right.
I thought it was fond metal.
Ah, you know. It's a play on words, Luce. Give me some credit.
Nether Realmian. Heck of a name, that. Heck of a name.
Log. Batch template.
What's the Benetton look like from the cockpit view? And the McLaren? Maybe I could go look at this myself.
The Benetton. Like that.
Yeah. And then the McLaren.
Benetton's got a nice LCD. And here's a McLaren.
Alright, I just gotta jump
That
into Discord for a
Benetton's not
sec.
that great, is it?
Oh. What's going on there? And someone's
Restarting.
Oh.
Just restarting the server, guys, because the race start was set to rolling. But I've got a batch file for the grid, so we're good.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Hazard.
Yeah, it'll go. I'll be
no,
knocking
that's
straight
right.
to warm up and then setting the batch file to the grid. So, and then I'll go straight to the race.
Actually, Luce, you might have noticed that I'm in Villeneuve's car.
I did notice that before. Yes.
Yeah, because there was Francis' car wasn't in the list. There's only one Williams in the list when I went to join the server. I forgot to tell you because you weren't here when I rejoined the '97 car.
I don't.
There was no number 4 Williams. There was only one Williams. This is what happens. They don't want me to do it. Christmas Sock, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. It's been a while. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm not alone.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand that because the files aren't any different to yesterday, and you're on the server yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know,
It
mate.
was his server though, wasn't it?
Yep. That is correct. So when I went through the list of cars, there was no second Williams. There's only one of them.
Frentzen is dead.
His career. Let's take a moment to remember his epic career.
Okay, we're done.
Okay, and it's over. Is it F1 racing? Certainly is. 97 mod. I like how everyone everyone listened to you when you said return to the pit.
I know, right? I heard someone just leave the freaking pits. Oh, it's not difficult.
Yep. I know I just didn't see the F1 when I clicked. No, that's okay. That's fine. So this is Automobilista. So this is a league race. We're doing some testing tonight for our for the upcoming 97 season we're going to be running. We've already had qualifying, so...
What was the story behind the other cars you were racing before, alongside the 97s?
Because...
We're just testing them physics.
Just in case this is an abject failure. I better actually apply my setup. My setup is called Lewis Wedding. That'd be confusing for everybody on stream. You're just going to load up my setup is named after Lewis. At least I got all my tyre sets back. That's not going to matter. Actually, let's leave that. I assume we're on time scaled.
It's not normal.
Have you checked your brake wear?
It's on normal.
Maybe now you're going to literally crush them, okay? I might crush most of them because I didn't qualify. But there's going to be one guy, probably two guys, whom I will not crush. Whom will beat me. Alright. Now, I haven't taken this thing from a stationary start ever. Ever.
Yeah.
What, from the pit lane?
This will be fun.
Only pulling out of the box, and I've usually...
There is a formation.
Yep.
12 lap race.
Yep.
Womp, 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 womp. So stay tuned, Christmas Sock, by the way, because there's going to be more racing after this 12-lap race.
Oh, what's coming in after?
One of the other mods.
We're doing three test races.
Oh.
In each of the cars.
When you say each of the cars, which three?
Obviously the 97, the V10s, or the V12s, and then the V10s.
Okay, cool.
Then there's a formation in chat, nobody bloody listen.
I was waiting for first place to go.
I don't even wait, because it happens, Hobo does it, Hobo 88 does it in the V8s, he just sits there on the grid, it's like, there's a formation map, there always has been. Well, not always, but for majority of the time.
Andy hasn't even moved.
Well, he...
Where will Ham and Ricardo finish in the race? I'm going to be heavily dependent on whether it stays dry or whether they go down the inside list. It's going to be highly dependent on whether it rains or not. But I expect them both to get solidly into the points because you can overtake at Hockenheim. So
I reckon maybe 6th and 7th.
What bad graphics? Yeah, this is an old game. This isn't a game. This is a sim.
I reckon the track looks alright. It's the cars that have something to be desired.
Well, these car models are from F1 Challenge.
What's going to happen here, Luce? Because they didn't go.
They start from the pit lane.
They're still sitting on the grid. So the race isn't going to start.
No, they're not on the grid.
Aren't they?
They're in the pits.
Alright.
And one of them's been sitting in the edge of the pit lane for a while, so good luck to them.
Yep. Yeah, the graphics, just remember, this is a sim. This is the same software a lot of teams use for their sims.
V8 supercar teams certainly use this.
Yep.
Yeah, do they really? This
Yep.
exact one?
Yep.
Well, not the F1,
because it has all those
not
Australian
Luce's
chaps.
custom F197 mod, but...
Oh,
No,
yeah.
they use this mod to test. Yeah, you've heard it here first.
Are those teams at the back of the grid lately?
Yeah,
Well,
mate.
one of them's DJR Penske.
That's true, actually.
Good luck.
Yeah, you
You're gonna
too,
need
mate.
it.
Yep.
Green flag, green flag.
Nice getaway off the line, maybe.
Could have been better, actually. I shift the second, I'm breaking the wheel spin.
I shifted up too early. I got a good start and then shifted up too early.
Oh, you're my good Christmas sock. I need a crew manager for sure. Well, he didn't last long.
Almost died.
I was about to ask a stupid question, Hazard, which is where are you watching the race from?
Mm.
And then I realised, oh, that's right, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah, Twitch.
That too.
Alright,
What?
Webby, pit this lap.
Oh, what? Innovative strategy. You sound like one of the Valaris when they used to be like that all the time.
We're going to do the classic Schumacher 4-stop strategy.
Lucy's already used that joke inside the last 48 hours.
Oh, really?
Just use it again, it's alright, mate. I don't mind. Pour it out.
Can't help but notice the rest of the field is on some other piece of the track.
Funny that. Actually, keep an eye on where Andy is, though.
He's 11th.
10.
I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have an oil leak late in the race.
Yeah, but I'm Jack as well, mate. No matter who wins, no matter who you choose, Jack wins.
Get checked, is. My vote's definitely this car, Luce. Whilst we won 2 every race.
Yeah, I'm not racing. I was doing alright last night.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I reckon us three, if we did do these cars, would be inseparable for the entire season.
Except I'd look out of place because I'm in a Tyrrell.
You need the #1 arrows, mate.
That's Andy.
Hmm.
Blown an engine. This is normal wear as well. He was sitting at the pit entry for a while. Must have overheated it then. That's all gridding up.
I'll get your head back in the game, Matt. Driving distracted like that.
Watch out, yellow flag.
I know the tyres are a little warm, but I think there's a little bit of aero push in these things.
Hmm. ahead.
Do that.
It's quite a telling sign, isn't it? 13 minutes in and you're lapping people.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right. Clear right.
I feel like Heidfeld in that qualifying session in 2005 or whatever it was.
That was Malaysia in 08.
Going on.
Had to finish off the first of these races. Don't get out of the way, man.
Watch your left. All clear.
Oh my, that.
You okay?
Yeah, you just moved straight over on me.
Is that Schwarz?
I don't know, it was a Ferrari of some sort.
Yeah, he moved over on me too, like coming out of that turn one.
All he needed to do is just brake early and lift, and I would have been around him fine. But he just moved over.
He's not
the braking
battling
line.
anyone. Just get out of the way. Like if they're in a battle, you sort of half understand it, but you're just on your own. Just move. It's a 13-lap race. You're not going to pull out some bloody epic strategy play and get your positions back from there.
I don't know. Maybe he's just probably just struggling to keep on the road. But yeah, a bit silly.
The guy who was in the Lola almost took me out before. You probably saw that.
Yeah, I
I
saw
did.
that.
But race one of the night, ladies and gentlemen, goes to
Five
Jacques
bombers.
Villeneuve.
Flag.
Jesus, you should have Villeneuve's car.
The caution
Well done, mate.
now.
Thanks, mate. That was all off the start, that one. Oh, there's a wheel on the road.
Oh, rip.
Caution flag is
Oh, wow. There's another wheel. What the hell's going on
He
here?
lost his right hand side.
Oh, look at that. There's that Lola that almost took me out before. He's over on the side of that wheel. We lapped him
He's got-
inside 12 laps. This
But
is...
this is difficult. Look, this is a track in an F1 car. You've got to do practice.
Oh,
on.
wow. Only 50 at F. There's only the top 4 are on the lead lap. And 2 of them are me and you. And we're 30 seconds in front of third. In a 13-lap race.
Mm.
But, as I was about to say, like this is a track and car, like, or just even the V12s and V10s. This is a track and car you've got to practice on. Most of these guys have just shown up.
Look at all
tonight.
those DNFs. And Joyner and Big Dog are 2 laps down in a 12-lap race. I mean, oh. At least he's apologising to you.
Are you doing another race?
Yeah, there'll be
Yeah,
2
there's
more.
3. There's 3 races.
You want to do it?
In at this track?
Yeah, at Okayama, yeah.
What
Does
are
it
you
matter-
doing next?
The V12s.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting my wheel.
Yeah, come on. Hurry up.
Yeah, yeah.
Do it.
What's will it be quali or whatever, or and it doesn't. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what car I'm in now. B12. All right. Let's do this.
That's
Team deathmatch.
team death. But yeah,
Let's do this.
we need someone to at least stay in the lead lap with Luce and I. Right, well done,
Mission
Rob.
failed.
Well done, Rob Dunt, by the way.
Rob's alright. Rob's alright. He's pretty quick.
And all-
And I don't think Andy won't stuff up again this time. He won't stuff up again.
All right, so I've got to leave and get the V12s. Did you say?
Yep.
All right. All right, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab a V12, and we're going to see if we can go back to back. But we won't. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Laughing time is over.
Every time it's all over.
And if it's not going well and Greg's in front of us, just punt him.
Close my eyes.
Yep.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like Greg's not in the race at all?
Which car are you going to choose?
Ah,
Maybe.
the white, the silver and yellow one, third from the bottom. I can't remember what it's called. The
Nah,
NK.
someone's already in that, man. Go a different car. There's a Sauber looking one in there. But I think Greg chose that one when doing that before.
Who's already chosen that one? I'm gonna go play some games. Thank you, Christmas Sock. Appreciate you tuning in, though, man.
No Jordan looking one. No D1 RT.
I can't see anyone else in the NK Sports Car yet. Thanks, Christmas Sock. Talk to you later.
The Benson Races looks like
Andy's in a Benson.
Yeah.
Have the option of choosing other cars.
Okay, so both Scott and Andy have actually come back in. Oh no, hang on. What's going on there? Andy's in the server twice.
Oh, is it Andy and Andy Simpson, or is it
No,
Andy
no,
Simpson
Andy
and
Simpson's
Andy
in there
Simpson?
twice, and his car's not loaded for his 97, so it's obviously crapped out.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what to choose.
Luke Joyner's come in the night in the NK.
Yeah. I might have to do it. I'm gonna have to go Jean Allegro.
John Allegro. Jean!
Jean! He's got John Lacey's helmet, it's just slightly different colour.
What car? What car is it called? What's it called?
The Razor Studios. It's just a blue Ferrari. So you can be Gary Berg.
Gary Bird, give him the bird.
Unless you want to be Jean.
No, you can be Jean.
You sure? Because he's your favourite driver.
Nah, it's all good. I know you want to be Jean. It's all good. I'll be the bird.
Hey, Barnsey.
I'll tell. There's a girl at work tomorrow. I'll tell her I drove as a guy called Bird. There'll be a lot of laughs to be had. That's an inside joke. Razor.
What's the server called?
AMS Oz F1.
You'll see heaps of people in it. Just filter the ones with people in it, and you'll find it pretty quick.
They should filter on people who are on a lead lap and people who aren't. Because it'd be a 4-10 split. After 12 laps. That's ridiculous. But all we need to know is that...
I'm just going to jump in Discord for a sec. So.
Okay.
Well, you'll probably... Oh, I'll mute my mic, actually. But yeah, this is going to go for 15 minutes. It's practice session, and then it's qualifying again.
You say 15 or 50?
15.
I was going to
say.
say.
1-5.
Gonna sound sick. So many of these cars.
Yeah. I hear one driving past now already.
Right side. Clear right. Pit exit looks good.
Enjoy this treat for your ears, people on Twitch and YouTube. And to a lesser extent, Facebook. It's not Andy that's got a reset, it's the server that's got a reset.
Aren't they just kicking?
Yeah. That's what I'll say to Luce when he comes back.
Is Luce actually hosting this?
Whoa!
I'm not the server host, no.
But you are that.
But I'm admin. Yeah. There's Greg Olson. I could boot him right now. But I won't.
You should boot the other Andy. And the two guys in the 97 cars.
The caution flag is out.
God, I don't think's there, but I know Andy's joined and rejoined.
Boot Andy and it boots the right. It boots the active one. What a shame that'd be. God, you got to adapt to these cars now. After just doing a race in the 97 cars.
Alright, I'm going to do a lap with 120% brake pressure. Wish me luck.
Hey, that's what I'm running.
120%?
Yeah.
YOLO.
I'm maxed airs.
Is it fixed setup?
No.
Drifted there.
Caution flag is out.
Is TC available?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, you're turning it on.
No, I'm not using it. That would be a travesty to use it with this sort of car.
Yeah.
Did you turn like the track state up to high grip or something? Or?
I think so, yeah. When we reset
Yeah,
it.
it looks and
server.
feels like it.
Oh, what, we were doing 13s in the race, low 13s. That said, we were running a little bit less fuel, but still really good lap times, so...
Watch out, yellow flag.
Webb's going around.
Yep. Don't worry, that's likely to happen in a race at that corner. This is the most... This is the car a driver got the least amount of confidence in.
My gears are too long, I forgot to change them.
Watch out, yellow flag. Car left. All clear. The caution flag is out.
Yeah. I had a good setup for these things, but I didn't save it. Freaking idiot.
You only get 2 sets of tyres?
Really?
That's certainly what it's looking like there. Front set 1, new set number 2.
Yeah, but a new set won't go to 3 until you fit the second set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, how many sets do we get?
10.
Oh, yeah. Alright, all good. Deja vu. Fuck, that sounds sick. Just sitting in the pits, there's so many of them.
You can enjoy mine as I come past right now.
The web dog, there he is.
Currently no better than P3.
Alright. Try and hire wing.
Okay. Oh, now Lucy's gone fast, hasn't he?
Caution.
How long's quali?
10.
Any part for May?
Nah.
Okay.
But at least not set on the server anyway. I don't think these cars have it. See you, Greg.
Rip.
I was trying out lower rear wing.
It didn't work.
Neither did your
Oh, yeah.
hang up the admin.
I left the session.
Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, I don't know. Go back to what I was using before. Fuel.
Certainly don't need that anymore.
Still think I'll take a bit of fuel, because it takes a few laps for the tyres to come up to temperature.
Like 4 laps worth. There's 4 Razor Studio cars, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
That in there.
Oh, when I shifted gear, it spat it. Haven't really had that problem with this car before.
As we see, Greg Olsen warming his tyres very aggressively there.
Will it make a difference? It probably won't.
Watch out for oncoming traffic on re-entry.
Anything can happen in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does.
And it usually doesn't.
He must be shedding bucket loads of adrenaline in that car. He's hit the Canadian!
It's Branson!
He's going the wrong way!
It wasn't Frenson in the last race. It was all Jig. It was a full house of
It's the
Jigs.
Williams driver.
It's the Canadian!
Williams, number 1.
Oh, there's a big group in front of me. I'm driving around really slowly and I'm catching them. Fucking traffic.
The caution flag is out. Watch out, yellow flag. Caution.
And the last corner is just the wheel sitting on the road.
Watch out, yellow flag.
Someone's binned it out of the pit lane.
Oh, now I've spun and it's gonna put me behind slower people, isn't it?
Out. The caution flag is out. The caution flag is out. Watch out for oncoming traffic on the entry. The caution flag is out.
Oh, and it's gone again. It didn't even do this in practice, and now it's fucking bending me over a friggin' table. Oh, my days.
Checkered flag. Caution.
For fuck's sake!
I just saw that. Oh,
Fuck me! You've already gone off the road the last sector. Why are you continuing your friggin' lap? Jesus Christ! Who the fuck was it?
Annie McBand
Ah.
face.
Unbelievable!
Well done, Hazard.
It's-
Well done.
Thanks.
You won
I
the
was just-
you won the intra TS battle.
I would have had Andy if I'd make that last setup tweak I just did.
And really get a good lap.
How many laps is the race?
Well,
Plus a formation.
12. Ah, yeah, cool. So gonna need like 70 litres or something.
yeah. Well, what setup tweak did you
Oh, a few things.
do?
Hang on, I'll just save this. I don't know how much brake ducts I need. Is 3 enough?
Someone wants you on Discord, Luce.
There's bloody Rambo. He's a bit demanding, isn't he? Sorry,
He wants this.
I Rambo.
Skip the warm up.
You better go on there, Luce, and say, "Don't you tell me what to do, you scumbag." What's Morel doing?
Go in there and say, "Oh, some of this shit."
Reversing in the pit lane. That's what we do.
Standing right behind me.
Morel, I saw during qualifying just take his pit lane speed limit off driving down the pit lane.
Oh, yeah, he did that a lot.
Yeah.
I saw one guy drive out of the pits, crash into something, and then drive across in front of me into the left side on the main straight to the wall on the left side. I was a bit
Went back
further
to
down.
pits and went, good practice, everyone.
Well done, man. I practiced what I needed to practice.
Yeah, I can just imagine it. Wow.
I did not want that.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
I just got 80 litres in.
Oh, hello.
Police. Police are here.
Police.
Is it a formation lap? Is
Yeah.
it?
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you touched me, officer. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yep, sorry. Assault.
Assault. You touched me, officer. I'm sorry.
I put my faith in the default setup with max swing.
Wow. And I put
That's my
my
setup.
faith in the heart of the cards, no matter what. That one's for free, stream. That's for you.
Someone copyright strike him.
I can't copyright strike by bloody.
That'd be a compliment, wouldn't it?
Yeah, would. If it was that close of a match.
Unlike the previous race.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a good match between the races. This is going to be much different.
I have a feeling I'm just going to spin it off the line, but you know.
Yep.
Someone will spin it off the line, guaranteed.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, we picked the same car, has it? Hit win.
Yep.
There's 4 of our
It's either
cars.
win it or hit it.
4 Razor
Yep.
cars.
Hit
We
Andy.
got a.
Oh,
Whoa,
Hazard's.
hit.
Who the
Hazard's.
fuck was that?
Yeah, that was me.
What
I
happened?
accidentally clicked something I shouldn't have.
Oh no. What'd you click?
The exit
It's all
button. I
Let us
accidentally,
know when you're coming back through.
I accidentally hit Alt F4. Just Alt
Because I
F-
use push to talk.
Oh, dear.
Ah.
Yeah, hit and win. Hit Andy, win the race.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hit to win.
Yeah.
Might do some tyre warming quite close to him just to intimidate him a bit.
Oh, there we go.
There he goes.
Oh, well done, mate. Oh, he's ripped the front wing off. Oh, what'd you say, Lucy's not going to mess it up again?
Yeah, I didn't think he would, but
Oh.
well, he made it to the grid this time, except he stuffed it on the formation lap instead.
well done, mate.
And he's going to start the race.
Yep, with no
he's
front
gonna try
wing.
and race around without a front wing.
He's gonna get
gonna
down
have
to-
fun going into turn 1.
He's going to go down to turn 1 and it's going to be ripped. He might not even know his front wing's gone, you know?
Probably
Should.
not. Oh, I don't know. There's some special people out there, Greg.
Oh! I almost
Assault!
did the same
Assault!
thing.
uh,
Touch my front wing, officer. Sorry.
good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
well,
luck.
that's
We're
good luck.
definitely going to need it in these things.
Godspeed.
Peace be the journey and all that. Trying
I
not to
don't know
roll.
why I bothered trying to warm my tyres, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look at
didn't
this.
mind a cold.
Yeah. Yeah, mine are gone. Gone! Just like Andy's front wing. Oh, dude.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Oh, Andy's just... I'm getting stuck behind him. Yeah. Yeah.
Is he gone?
Yep.
Someone ran into the back of me because I was going slow. I haven't got damaged, but I think that guy did.
On your right. Clear.
Oh, ambitious. Gregory Olsen.
Not in your night. Well, if you didn't try doing doughies on a formation lap, well, Jesus.
Man, I'm playing checkers while Greg's playing chess.
Just punt him.
I put my faith in the heart of the cards.
Put your
Oh,
faith,
definitely punt him.
put your faith into the heart of the brakes.
I didn't actually think that was much of a dive point, to be honest. I was comfortable with it.
You just licked the stamp and sent it.
Yep.
Whoa. I'm far less comfortable in this thing than I was in the bloody 97 car.
Oh no. There's an off-roading.
all happening? The engine, the drum, the bars, the contact.
Ooh.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
Look how far we are in front of the rest of the field. Got cancer yet loose?
Yep. All kinds of cancer.
Slow speed cancer? He'll be missed.
Oh no, not big dude.
The big dude.
The big dude.
Every move fraught with danger. Man, that bump in that into that braking zone is just in the wrong place. Oh, it's gonna make me susceptible.
Right side, on your right. Keep left, clear right. Watch your right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear
Whoa!
right.
You alright?
Yeah.
Oh. Big screen freeze.
I'm just susceptible to this guy that ported these tracks. Oop. Well, that guy's done.
Cooked it, mate. Cooked it like a good set of books.
No traction. Well done.
Kept me honest at least. After that mistake, I was kicking myself.
Oh,
Caution flag is out.
lucky I don't run high force feedback. Yeah, there was maybe I could have probably dive bombed you, not on the last lap, but maybe the second last lap in that
Yeah,
hairpin.
turn one. Oh,
No,
okay.
the hairpin. Yeah, I was
Oh, yeah.
a lot better in the hairpin than you. But I don't know. I just got to do it. Whereas on the last lap, you really I probably could have again, but I think you got your braking a lot better on the last lap at the hairpin.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not too aggressive on the downshift, which makes my braking a bit weaker, but
Yeah, okay. I was pretty aggressive. I didn't know if my engine was going to make it. It was pretty high.
I still had 13 laps of fuel left. 13 litres of fuel left.
Yeah, me too. Good race though, that was great fun. Especially
These
at the
cars
start.
don't. These cars don't feel too dissimilar to the '97 mod, to be honest.
Hmm. Were you doing one more race after this?
Yep.
And it was the
The V10s, I think.
V10. I was mad though when it was the four of us. That was sick. That was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah, I made coming out of the last corner on one of the laps. I had the rear broke out on me. Had to get out of it, and that's when Luce got past me, and then I almost lost my nose against his rear left going into turn 2.
What happened? You just break traction there, or what?
Yeah, I came out of the last corner, and as I shifted up to third, it just broke traction, or fourth, or something like that. When I upshifted, it broke traction.
Yeah.
And I had to get out of it. I had to lift, and it was enough for you to get the run on me. But that was really good. Like those first 5 laps there, where it was just like nose
That
to
was
tail
sick.
stuff. That was great. Like that was just terrific.
Especially the
Just like
cars
old
with the
times.
V12s and everything. It's just mad.
I know you guys have got to come race this series. You got to try this.
Well, a couple of people got to drop out first.
Which one?
Yeah.
The 97
I
one?
know. Well, for Greg to join anyway, because obviously Tip's in it.
Do I have a teammate?
Yeah, there's another guy in a Tyrrell. I can't remember
Yeah.
his name.
I don't want him.
Get rid of him.
Okay.
He's completely useless now. What car do you want to drive, Fliss?
I'm going in the Scuderia Milano because I've got a Ferrari skin on it. Or I could go in the Bradley because I've got a Jack BAR.
What are you picking, Greg?
I'm gonna go to the Milano.
Worth. The very bottom one.
Okay, cool.
Are you going to be Carl Fenstermarker or Rubens Barrichello?
Why is Rubens Barrichello in there?
Because he's Brazilian.
Oh, right.
And he helped.
I'll be Rubinho. Why not?
Okay, if you win, you've got to cry, alright?
Well, I was crying after the last race. Scumbag, get me off the podium.
Shouldn't have
Even
fucked
though
up,
that's
mate.
right.
Oh, listen to you. Listen to ya. That was great, though. Those opening laps are just terrific. Race.
What happened to you on the? You look like kind of something happened in the just on the entry to the last corner.
Who, me?
And
Me.
then,
Oh.
yeah, has a.
Yeah, I just missed the turn-in point and ran wide.
Okay.
The race starts in 45 minutes. Yeah, we'll be... That's fair, actually, Luce.
Yeah, it's going to be no qualifying.
No quali.
Yeah.
They're going to be practice.
Yeah.
Sure.
You go 10 minutes practice.
Practice is going to be qualifying. You may as well just do qualifying.
Thanks for the heads up.
Actually,
Though
yeah,
not solo
that's a
gamers.
good point.
Appreciate it. What was that, Lewis?
That's a good point. No, that Greg made up.
That he made up.
What he said. It would just have qualifying as practice.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Need to admin.
Your admin rights are disabled. The only problem is, Lewis, if you go to qualifying, people are going to be blocked from joining.
I don't know.
Too late now.
You should have waited
Yes.
there. He wasn't in the server. Matt Schwass is still in here in a V12. That's going to go well for him.
I don't know if the server's set up. So.
Do you want me to jump out to see if we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. Hang on.
Okay.
What do you mean you can't put packers on these cars?
Who said that?
That's what the setup says.
Oh, he can't get picked. There's.
Really? Because
You can only put it on the center spring.
Let me join. So
Okay,
it's all
good.
good.
Nice, Gary.
It's all good, mate. Not sure whether I want to run TC or not though.
Girl.
I'll try both. I kind of preferred it without. Not that bad.
Oh!
Have I got it off? No, I haven't. Turn it off.
it's on by default.
Yeah.
And upshift is on by default as well.
Yeah, I turned that off as well.
Watch out, yellow flag. All clear.
Alright,
Go.
look at the tyre pressures.
Yeah, they're pretty low.
Now, theoretically, this should feel like the best car of the lot.
Oh. It's alright.
Watch out, yellow flag.
Can I not turn auto upshifting off?
Yeah, you
In the
can.
setup.
In the garage, though.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Same with traction
Same with
control.
traction control.
Who would do that?
Like 2002, 2003, it's I had it.
Yeah, but who would make it part of car setup?
Oh, it makes sense. The car has it, then the car has it.
Yeah, but the game has it too.
Watch out, yellow flag.
Oh.
This car doesn't like the hairpin. Sorry, not the hairpin, the third last corner
Yeah.
out of all the cars I've driven. It is the most confused.
9-3.
All clear. Go, go, go. The caution flag is out.
Get out of the way, you
Go
idiot.
left. All clear. Caution.
Bugger it. Oh, that could have been pole. The last corner. Careful as you rejoin the race. Blue flag. On car approaching. Blue flag. On car approaching. We're being shown a blue flag.
Oh, fuck off! Never done that before, and this time just snapped. Oh, that snapped worse than any car I've ever had.
Yeah, I saw that. That didn't
Bloody
look right.
hell.
Flag is out.
Fuck's sake. And it's done it again.
Yellow flag.
Oh, it done it to me too. Exactly the same spot.
Whereabouts?
Out of the hairpin. No, I'm not gonna make it around.
Oh, if I don't know the fucking spin, would have made it. Fuck me.
I was 9/10 up out of the last corner and I fucked it. Put my foot
Ugh.
down and lost the lost the back end. The whole lap was gone. Oh well.
We're pretty bloody close between us.
Yeah, I suffer from lack of practice.
Suffer from being shit.
Yeah, well, I just take longer to learn things.
I was up on that lap and then I friggin' lost at the same place Luce did. Just too throttle happy.
I went on my warm-up lap for the second time round. Like I wasn't even pushing it, and it just snapped.
I was trying to do my last stint on 50-cent piece tires.
On my fastest lap, the start of it coming out of the penultimate corner, that Scott Morrell had been off the track and rejoined, like right in front of me, like right on a racing line. So I had to go up the inside of him into the last corner, and he turned in on me and hit me.
Yeah.
So I came out of there, and I still managed to do my fastest lap. But yeah, that could have been bloody better as well. Silly bastard. Like, you've been off the track, mate. Just stay out of the way.
You gonna get a race loose? Or...
Yeah. I'm just.
Alright.
Go to race, please. Yes, I fucking know.
Can you get a race loose?
Oh, I could just piss everyone off and just restart.
Can we go back to warm up, please?
I need more practice.
Alright, we'll go to practice.
Hey, Luce, can we go do the F1 97 cars again?
Can we stop for ice cream?
Yes, we can stop for ice cream.
Can you boot Greg?
Users be
Okay,
kicked
I'll
from
just
your
type
channel.
Let me
Greg.
punt Andy first.
Oh,
It will look legit.
Yes, that's right. It would, didn't it?
oh, I could just do ban.
Cop a bit of that Imola 98 magic from you again, Greg.
Where's a floppy disk when you need it?
Yeah.
Bye, Gate.
Is this formation lap, obviously?
Yeah.
Yep.
3 McLarens in this race for me.
Qualifying's been pretty good tonight.
Mine hasn't. And then when I have been on a good lap, I've either made a slight mistake or had traffic just bowl it for me. Bang bowl, gone!
Ah, left one on middle. Michael Clark style.
See if Simpson can keep it on track.
Hope not.
Sure, he'll be well behaved this time out.
He probably hasn't changed his setup,
Crash.
so he's got traction control on, so...
Perhaps you, the master of qualifying. Yeah, it's a shame I'm not the master of races though, Deradros. Oi! Some stuff going on up here now. Shenanigans.
Yes. I was trying to force him to do something silly.
Oh, I should put medium tyres on, that would have been better. Oh,
Didn't know that we had mediums.
yeah, there's medium tyres and there's hard tyres as well, I think.
Put the hards on, mate. Get wrecked.
Wreck you, mate.
Yeah, right. There's no point doing that. They're going to be still stone cold.
My tyres are called Steve Austin.
Yeah, Luke Joyner's spun, so he's like 12 seconds behind everybody.
No, so no point wasting tyres. Because they're going to be stone cold anyway.
But how cool is this? Why you do it?
Not lined up properly, I know.
I don't have launch control mapped.
No, me neither.
Oh well.
Me neither.
Here we go.
That's the green flag. Go, go, go.
I did!
You scumbag. Hit it.
Whoa! To me, it looked like you jumped into him.
It's a classic Arrows versus McLaren battle, the two powerhouses.
Oh, he's blown his engine.
Blown his engine.
No!
Arrows lead.
He blew his engine. He blew his engine on the first lap. Gone!
Banzai.
I don't know how you do that with normal wear.
Must have been all those burnouts he did.
He must have had like one radiator duct or something.
Clear right. Clear.
Blew it up right in front of me.
Was there fire?
Yep.
Yes, that's what we'll have to see. I'm gonna
Oh.
watch that on Twitch later.
Understeer, understeer.
Alright, maybe he stuck it in neutral or something. I honestly don't know how he could do it. I don't.
He went down. Yeah, he went down there and was like, "Oh, hang on, there's flames everywhere."
Yeah. Oh, another big bloody frame stutter.
Yeah, either way, I was going to get one back for him anyway for what happened at Laguna Seca.
You were just gonna close your eyes.
Oh, mate, I wouldn't have given him anything. So that could have been a possibility.
Oh. Are you guys running TC?
Nah.
Man, my car is trying to kill me so hard.
It'll be your tyres. Do you make any changes to your tyre pressures?
No.
That'll be why.
That's right, I did make changes in quali, and then I reset back to default. Silly man.
Plus the soft tyres don't last long on these cars anyway.
No. Yeah, you're gonna cakewalk this, because we'll all fall off.
I'm on soft tyres as well, mate. I'll probably fall off as well.
I thought you were on mediums.
No, I said I wish I started. I forgot that it was mediums.
I'm wheel spinning through the second last corner. Bloody game keeps stuttering.
Yeah, it's the track.
That was the kiss of death for Hazard and I last weekend.
Oh, we're not just used to it, freaking half the field.
I was keeping it confined to people that Greg might actually care about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it didn't happen to anybody.
Yep. Yep, it is late for sure. Not solo gamers. But we are committed to our craft. Us guys. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll be finished.
Only 6 laps to go.
Yeah, it's only like
F1 starts in 20 minutes.
there's only like 7 or 8 minutes left in this race.
Oh, I've blown it. I've blown the engine.
I could see.
Give me a push, Webby.
Sorry.
Give me a push.
Sorry, mate.
Oh,
No,
scumbag.
no.
Oh no, no! That means
Oh, no.
if it's happened to you, it's probably going to happen to me as
You
well.
fucking nut.
I was going to park it. I wasn't actually trying to knock you out there.
Well, that was a poor choice. Time and place.
That's what I get for running max revs.
Just so you know, Luce, there was fire there as well.
I know, mate. I heard it. There was a good old barbecue going. It's happened to the wrong Ferrari though. It should be happening to your car.
Why do you say that?
You're in Barrichello's car. He got all the failures.
Mate, it could still happen yet. There's still 5 to go here.
Yeah, my gearing was probably too short as well. It was pretty short. Like, I wasn't hitting the limiter at the end of the straight, but it was coming close. As Matt Webb leads, Anthony Graham in second place. Greg Olsen a distant third, disappointing from the young man.
Liz, you're in the wrong area now. You need James Allen.
You want me just to start yelling into the microphone?
Oh wow, yeah. Derek just called out. There's only 4 people left in the race.
That was sudden.
Who was it? Yeah, Rob Dunt's the last guy.
Probably a bit too close for comfort for all of them. Like, they probably all think, like, what time is it right now?
Or they binned it or blew engines. What happened? Let's have a
Quarter
look.
2 or something like that. Maybe a bit later.
2 DNF'd. Another blew an engine, and Rambo did his suspension on the first lap. So the DNFs, I don't know what's
Rambo,
happening.
go to race. I want to end it now. I want to end it, mate. Let's go to race so I can end
I
it.
think he was the one because oh no, that was the second race. I think that happened. So Matt Webb on his way to certain victory. Certain, 100%.
Shut up, you
Going to
muppet.
happen.
Practically guaranteed at this point.
Oh, would you two stop? Bang! Oh no! Oh no, no!
Well, I did the same thing. I did the same thing as you. I'm like, oh, that looks like an engine failure. No way, he's lost traction. Oh shit, I've lost traction.
Hey, Lucy, remember that one time at Imola?
And we've got some mysterious black smoke coming from the lead Ferrari.
Yep. Except that day was a BAR.
That was a hot.
Whoa!
Oh, Matt Webb's gone round! He's gone round!
Oh shit, it's gonna get crazy here because I'm catching Anthony.
As we ride on board Anthony Graham. And now we go back one position. There is Gregory Olsen.
Turning into a cripple fight.
The tyres are worn.
Yep.
The engines are worn. The drivers are worn.
Luce has
It is a
been
cripple
warned.
fight to the end. Who will prevail?
I cooled my engine for this.
As Anthony Graham gets well, he goes through the cancer cloud. Followed by more cancer. It is not ironic that Ferrari has Marlboro sponsorship. Barrichello going through a pack of smokes per corner at the moment.
He's got a smoke per corner habit going on.
Graham seems to be faster in this middle sector. Yep, he's under a second with a bit over a lap to go. And Matt Webb loses it, but he recovers well, giving Graham a good run onto the main straight. And more cancer there. As Graham wants wide, but Greg Olsen is too far back. Very late on the brakes from Graham there. He's pushing very hard at the moment. Webb runs wide. But Graham loses the back end a little bit. Costing him valuable time. And that's given Gregory Olsen the opportunity to dive bomb into the hairpin.
Ew!
So nothing will go wrong for Matt Webb here. He is a certain winner with half a lap to go. Graham does close a little bit once again. Oh, Graham loses a little bit. Olsen has a look. He gets centered up the inside. They're side by side.
Chops
And,
me. Have
and
some of
Graham
this.
chops in front of Olsen. That was very naughty, but it needed to be done. Matt Webb, certain to take victory now. Certain. 100%. He will not get disqualified or booted from the server at all. And Matt Webb wins for Ferrari. And Anthony Graham blows an engine.
Oh, he blew his engine.
What happened?
I downshifted deliberately.
Ah, okay, yeah, I thought I was
And
like,
the two
it couldn't
McLarens have
possibly
collided.
happen.
Oh, no. Oh, what a
And
race.
Rob Dunn
Oh,
finishes
congratulations,
a distant
Webby.
fourth.
Oh, Jesus.
And Matt Webb is dead. Matt Webb, race winner, is dead.
As we go to the in-car footage.
Thanks for punting me over in second.
Oh, now I'm dead. I'm on fire as well. My fire! Help me, Tom Cruise!
The crowd's going off.
At least we put on an entertaining finish to the race for them.
And we'll ride on. Let's see what happened. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, my car's still active. Hang on a minute. Don't know how
Matt
many wheels
Webb
I've got.
celebrated victory and then bam, out of nowhere, the McLaren hit him on his roll hoop. And then flames.
Charcoal chicken for dinner, anyone?
You just call me a chicken. Oh
Well,
dear.
God did give you
I
wings.
have no defense. I have no defense.
He's all stop. He's already dead.
GG guys. Bad luck on the engine failure list.
Oh, that was my fault for running it too high. And then the gearing was probably not long enough. 7th gear
Yeah.
anyway.
My engine was getting hot too, so I think Matt
Oh, yeah,
deserved to
that's
win that
right.
race.
I did turn my radiator down as well, but I only had it at 4. But yeah, obviously too low.
Boom.
Was good fun.
Oh,
though.
thanks, Greg. You got me on a straight and narrow. I've only got 3 wheels in my wagon, but it's all good.
Driver of the day goes to Andy Simpson.
Did he even finish a lap?
No, no, he didn't. He was
No,
out
it's
on
the
the
first-
first
The
lap.
fastest out of all,
First lap.
out of everyone, doesn't finish a lap.
Magnificent. Love it.
So finish first,
Sensational.
your first lap to finish. That is the name of the game.
Love it. Oh, well, I got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh, that was good stuff. Good stuff,
Good
guys.
fun. Thanks for anybody who joins the stream and watches later. I'll end the stream now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were streaming.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you stream as well?
Yeah,
We crossed the streams. Just like Dan Aykroyd told us never to.
I don't think it wouldn't have run it didn't run too well, but I did turn the settings up. Testing stuff.
I'm gonna
so-
watch the opening laps of Hockenheim if anyone's sticking around.
Yeah, I'll go get my Surface. So that means I'm going to end the stream as well. So I want to do the same as what Luce just did. I want to thank everybody who tuned in to watch, particularly the contributors in the comments section, Peanut Gallery, the chat box, whatever you want to call it. There's a few of you guys there. Really appreciate the interaction. Make sure you all come back. As always, I've been Webby Moto. We had some good fun tonight. I want to thank Greg. I want to thank Luce. And I want to thank Hazard for being part of the stream and having some fun with us. I think we had a good time. So that'll do. Until later in the week, I've been Webby Moto, and we'll all catch you in the next one. See you, everybody.